Okay, this is part 2 of transplanting the first chocolate drop of 2. The other one's over there. I have to get another pot for that one. It's a pretty big pot. This is an Italian-made pot. I really like it. It's a different color. It's not your normal terracotta color. It is, however, terracotta. It's more of what we call a light chocolate. And what I did is I decided, because it was planted in all this mulch, which was very airy and interesting. I didn't want to change the soil it was in too much. So what I did is kind of readjusting here, just so it can be as straight as possible. There we go. And what I did is I used this as my, okay, so let me back up. I started with some gravel in the bottom after putting screens in there for the hole. And then I went in and I put a little bit of pumice in there. And then I came back and I used a bunch of this up to maybe right there. And then I went back and used the mulch and put the mulch back in that it originally was in. And after I did that, I pressed it down really well, compacted it. You can see how well it's standing up. It's on a shaky table. And then I decided I would top coat it, start with the pumice, which when watered will help to give minerals and nutrients to the cacti. And now I'm going to go back with my big rock and I'm going to top dress it with my big rocks. So because I already have pumice in there, I don't need to use tons of my big rocks, just enough to, one, make it look nice, stabilize it, and it blends beautifully with the pumice. I've used this rock before with my pumice, but there's some extra large stones right now on the top, so that's really, going to look great. And then, I just kind of press them in and arrange them around so they're spread out. So I have both the pumice and the bigger rocks in there. And I think I'm going to do something even more special. I think I'm going to also go over here, and because of the chocolate color of the chocolate drops, let's see if I can get a better picture of that. Because of the chocolate color, and they're thicker on one side, I noticed that, and the color, I'm going to come back with this, which looks kind of chocolatey, and I'm going to sprinkle some of my fine in there to kind of fill in the cracks. I love the way that looks. So my top dressing is actually made up of 3 different components, 3 different substrates: the pumice, the big rock, and the fine crushed dark chocolate colored lava rock. Throw a few in there, a little bit there, just so that it just looks really tasteful. And I always like to try to match the plant, complement the plant with the top dressing. So I like that. That looks really great. So there it is. And I'm going to have to give this one a name. I think I'm going to call this one Spike. Rightly so. So we have a pretty tall one. It goes down to about right there in the pot. We have a 12 to 14 incher here, even with what's below. And that's not going anywhere. Okay, I'm on a shaky table too. So hang on a second. Let me tap it 3 times. Kind of like knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. You know that one? All right, and there's my chocolate drop. Now the other one I'm going to plant tomorrow after I get another pot, and I'm going to grow them out, and then one of them eventually I'll sell for much more money than I paid for it. Okay? All right, you guys, have a great night. I'm really excited. I just wish I had some more big pots. I can't wait for the rest of my goodies to show up in the next 10 days. This is Cheryl signing out.